Every day, it's a getting closer to taking a bath with a freaking toaster. Good evening, Latchkey kids. Do you remember a time when we refreshed our social media once a day and it oftentimes got ink on your fingers because our social media was called a newspaper? Well, if you remember those days and you want to talk about it, you're in the right place. Welcome to Latchkey Legends. My name's Chris. Anyway, just got home from a long shift, and I'm going to try to kill a couple birds with one stone here. I'm going to have dinner while we talk about the newspaper, and then we're going to talk a real little bit about some of the people that I encounter on the highway driving a tractor trailer. But let's do dinner first. Mashed potatoes and steak flavored antacid. Wash that down with a little coffee. I drink about 13 of these a day because I work 18 hours a minute for a job I hate. So let's talk about that job I hate for a brief moment before we get into what we used to do with these. We're actually going to do the whole world news here in a minute. I'm going to show you how we can alleviate a lot of hate in the world with this, believe it or not. So just hang around, stick with me. We're going to get to that. But before we do, as I said, I drive a tractor trailer, and I'd like to address that anomaly down in Delaware on Route 95 today that decided to give me the finger. Listen here, you sauerkraut stain, okay? Maybe you need to learn how to merge onto an interstate highway. You don't just do what you want to do. A yield sign means that you yield to the people already on the highway at highway speeds. I'm not sure if you're aware of any of this or not, but that's actually what a yield sign actually means, and that's how they work. So you wait, yield, okay? So when you stuck your middle finger up, it got me to thinking. When you stuck your middle finger up out of the sunroof of your Mercedes, I got to thinking to myself, you know what we could do with that finger? Maybe we could teach you how to call home and maybe call the mothership to come pick you back up, ET. And when you call, make sure they have enough room on the ship to take all the other bladder bags that are out here cluttering up the highways for all the people that are trying to get places that actually know how to drive. Just saying. Not to mention the fact that you can thank me and people like me that drive tractor trailers for the fact that you had your dumb Mercedes, that you could put your dumb hand up out of the dumb little sunroof and give me the finger. And then you can also thank the people like me that brought your food and whatever clothes you're wearing. So if you want to be hungry and naked and not have your dumb little Mercedes, well, then boycott truck drivers, okay? Because without us, you pretty much die. Okay, that being said, rant over. You're dumb, and all the people like you are dumb. So, now, back to the original point of the show here, newspapers. So I got to thinking the other day, why is there so much hate and all this stuff? Well, it probably comes from the phones and the 24-hour news cycles and stuff. Unfortunately, one of the dark spots of the 1980s, actually 1980 itself, we came with cable news network, CNN. Not sure when Fox News showed up, but they're all two eyebrows on the same ugly face. And now we that's what we do. Everything is bing, bing, bing. There's alerts, and this guy said that, and this politician did this, and this one did that. Well, you know what? 24 hours of all this sewage in your head is pointless. So let's do something fun here. This is going to be different. Let's do the actual news as it stands today, with no social media, no alerts, no beeping, no cords, no phones, no tablets, no computers, no nothing. Just this. And the one problem with this is today's newspaper. And there was a time back in the 80s, I remember these being a quarter. This here thing, now a couple pages here, was $4. But I think it'll be fun to show everybody and reminisce. Put your thinking caps on. Remember back to these days when your pap or your grandmother, not so much my parents that I remember. Um, I don't remember watching a lot of news, but it all started in the morning with this. And everything in here that you read is already 3 days old. So there was no reason to be mad about what the president did or what your dumb politicians are doing, because they're all dumb. Another bunch of freaks. And you forgot about everything about 18 seconds after you read about it. So this holds the key to life right here. Your future, your horoscope, there's games, there's comics, world news, all this stuff. So let's go through this thing and see what life was like in the 1980s. Got to put these on or we won't be doing any of this. So basically, as you can see, this is a newspaper. And I'm going to explain to you why this worked and why what we do today doesn't work. People don't understand simple. And this was simple. It doesn't get any simpler than this. So in the morning, you would have sometimes a child, sometimes an adult, sometimes, young girls, young boys, old men, old women, don't matter what. And this thing would be folded up like this. And they would throw this thing with the accuracy of an NFL quarterback, and it would land on your porch, right in the mailbox. It was talent, pretty talent. So anyway, let's go through the news here, and let's see what the difference is between this and today, and the stuff we do today. So let's go here. First page. Jury selection set for July. Attorney for the man accused of a 2024 fatal shooting at Wawa in Strasbourg seeking jury instructions. I said, okay, good, I agree. Go to trial. You killed someone, time to go to court. No need for discussion, no need for hate, none of that. You broke the law, now you're going to court. Big boys reunite. Not sure what that means. Something about locomotives. No big deal. If you want to read about locomotives, it's right here. What $116 million increase in budget plan would change for the Pennsylvania State Police? We are in the state of Pennsylvania right now. I don't really care, so I'm not going to read that. It doesn't matter. I don't care. Next page. Obituaries. We got some obituaries over there. That's how you found out when people died. Very simple. Everyone ends up in there at some point. A look at the history of Flag Day in the United States. Probably an interesting article. We got hearing aid advertisement in here. So if you need a hearing aid, it's all right here. No need to be mad. No need to be all over the place and having a fit about all the news. You're watching it 24 hours a day on CNN or Fox News. You're going to drive yourself insane. Your eyeballs are going to fall right out of your head and steam going to come out of your ears. That doesn't happen with these. So next page. Know the signs of emotional distress in children. Okay, that's a good article. You read that. You can help, understand emotional distress in your children. I agree. I don't care, so I ain't reading it. I don't have children. Let's see what else we got here. Installation coupons and stuff for windows. That's it. Now we got the weather here. So the rest of the week, it's going to be 78 tomorrow. Tuesday, partly sunny and nice. Wednesday, couple showers. Thursday, breezy. PM thunderstorm. Friday, sunny and a shower. Here, scientists decipher ancient origins of Euphrates River. That sounds interesting. I'm not going to read it because we don't really have time for all that. So we're done with that page. That was news. Okay, then we got the sports section here. Looks like the Knicks' first title in 53 years, whatever. I'm not a sports guy. There probably wouldn't even be sports if they got paid $75,000 a year like the rest of the people who are actually producing something in the country, like truck drivers. But anyway, I don't care about sports, but if you do, it's here. Here's all the winning numbers and winning people and all this stuff. Don't care about any of that. Comics. This is where all the children would go after mom and dad and grandparents were done with the video or the newspaper here. And then the real sophisticated people would play the games in here. Crossword puzzles, Scrabble. I'm not sure. I don't remember some of these. But the games are here. Jumble. I remember that one from when I was a kid. The cartoons, Garfield, Blondie, Beetle Bailey, Peanuts, all the same ones from years ago. This is entertainment. We don't need to be on the phone sitting on YouTube for 412 hours a day. It's all right here. Okay, so horoscope. Let's do the horoscope real quick. Now this here is you live and die by this thing. Very similar to the Magic 8 Ball. Nobody's been asking or giving me comments about asking questions to the Magic 8 Ball. So let's get going here, people. We got all the stuff, the toys, props. We got more stuff coming. But let's go. Let's go with the comments, people. So let's do me today. I'm an Aries. Okay. An old Aries. Tired people. I'm tired. Seeking stimulation. As Venus and Uranus harmonize, you want to be entertained by any means necessary. Oh, I get plenty of entertainment, believe me. There's no shortage of entertainment in 2026. The people are entertaining, okay? Please, will the mothership come back and collect all of your little ant farm project that you obviously think is fun to have here on planet Earth. We don't need them. Please take them home. So then you got the classifieds here. And this is where we would used to go to find jobs and find apartments. But we don't do that kind of stuff anymore. Most people just stay home until they're 912 years old, like they did back in the biblical days when they lived to be like 1,000 years old. So don't need that anymore. Served us, pretty well back in the 80s and 70s and stuff. Jobs, you would find them in here. We don't do that either because we got the whole work from home crowd now that don't want to work and doesn't think they need to work because you got people like me out here. We'll just work for you. So that's it. That's pretty much it for that. Then we got a little local section here. Plymouth man charged with gun threat in front of kids. Okay, take him to court, put him in jail. Shouldn't be doing that. That's not right. Hanover area to vote on solar project. Good for you. You guys want it, vote for it. If you don't. I could care less what you're doing. What else we got here? Oh, nation and world. Check this out. Here's the hate part. Okay, because we live in this 24-hour cycle of politicians and stupid and all. So this is why it worked much better. Nation and world. Okay. 7.8 magnitude quake in the Philippines kills 35. That's horrible. Don't like to hear that, but it did happen. It's right here in the news. We have Tropical Storm Christina forms off the coast of Nicaragua. Okay, nothing to do with me. I'm not reading that. Venezuela's Rodriguez holds a talk in Turkey. Don't know what they're talking about. Don't care. Clashes in Pakistan administered... kills 7, whatever that means. Don't know, don't care. Kenya's former Chief Justice Maraga arrested. Good for you. Don't know what you did. Don't care. Has nothing to do with me. A little bit more obituaries here. And that's it. It's funny, you don't see anything in here about Iran or anything else that pisses everyone off, do you? No, because that's the whole point of the 24-hour news cycle. Piss everyone off. Keep everyone hating each other. Which, if everybody remembers back in the day, back in the 80s, there was nobody hated anybody. Everybody got along. Here, how about this? How about we go back to this and take your social media and stick it and go back to the mall, especially you young people. Go to the mall. The malls are closing. They're going abandoned. That's social media right there. Go there, find your future wives and future husbands and all this stuff. Here, we're done with the news. We covered the whole news here in like less than 7 minutes. Okay? The whole world. Is anybody mad? I'm not. The only thing I'm mad about is I got to get up in about 37 minutes and go back to a job I hate. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got for you today. We got some other stuff to look forward to. I want to show you real quick before we wrap this up, because I got to go to bed, because now I'm down to 36 minutes before I got to go to the job that I hate. But check this out. Remember these? Sorry about the glare, but sea monkeys. This is coming, folks. So all you 14 of my subscribers, go get 14 more, because they don't want to miss this. This is coming soon. We are going to make the sea monkeys, the little people in here. They're little people, remember? So we got that. We've got the stuff going on here. We got more stuff coming. I got more lights and stuff coming. The shirts are coming. More hats are coming. Everything's happening. So don't miss it. Let's go. Let's get the views up, thumbs up, like, subscribe, sharing all this stuff. And I will see you guys on the next video. Rock on, Gen X.